You have a W-9 form in PDF format or any PDF form. You have a spreadsheet with 247 employees, names, addresses, tax IDs. You need 247 individually filled W-9 PDFs. In Word, you'd use mail merge, but Word can't mail merge into a PDF form. Adobe Acrobat can fill one form at a time, but not 247 from a spreadsheet. Online tools. You'd be uploading 247 tax documents with social security numbers to a third-party server. In this video, I'll show you how PDF Batch Editor does mail merge for PDFs entirely on your desktop with no data leaving your computer. We're going to use the Form Fill module. First, I need to load my PDF form template. When the program first loads, you will see the dashboard. You can drag and drop a folder with PDF forms or a single form here. I'm just going to drag and drop my W-9, but you can load and work with multiple PDF forms at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and drag my W-9 form into the drop files or folders here, and you'll see I have one file loaded. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the Form Fill module button in the left-hand side. The application immediately detects all form fields and displays them in the list. For the W-9 form, it found fields for name, business, address, city, state, zip, tax ID, social security number, and so on. Now here is something unique. Most PDF tools show you the raw field identifiers, things like topmost subform bracket 0 bracket, page 1 bracket, 0 bracket, F1_1, etc. That's what the PDF actually stores inside the PDF document, and it is not very helpful. PDF Batch Editor has a proprietary field name detector that automatically converts these into human-readable labels. Instead of F1_1, you'll see name. Instead of address bracket 0 bracket F1_7, you'll see address. You can toggle between the readable names and the raw identifiers at any time. That makes the next step, mapping your data, much easier. So I can go ahead and click on raw. That's the fields that PDF stores inside. And I can click back on smart. That's our proprietary field name detector. And you can see the human readable names for the fields that you'll need to fill out. You can also click on the both button and you can see both names at the same time. Now I'm going to connect my spreadsheet with my data in it. I'll go and head over to the batch CSV and I'm going to click on the load data from CSV button. I already have a test set prepared for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and select it. This has some data that I'm going to use to fill my W-9 form to test it. The application reads the column headers and displays them alongside the form fields. Because the fields already have human-readable names, the mapping is often obvious. My spreadsheet column name maps to the field labeled name. For well-structured data, the mapping is automatic. One click and every column is matched. If a column doesn't match exactly, I can manually map it with a drop-down like it is here. I'm going to go ahead and select name, and now this is matched to the form field. PDF Batch Editor has 3 form fill modes. I'm using batch mode. 1 PDF form template, 247 rows in the spreadsheet, 247 output files. Each row generates a separate filled PDF form. The other mode is single mode. That's when you have multiple different forms and you want to fill them all with the same data, like filling out 5 different onboarding forms for one employee. Template is similar to single, but will generate multiple PDFs from multiple different forms. Back on my batch tab, I will import a CSV file with 247 entries and make sure that all of my fields are mapped. So I'm going to click Load Data from CSV and import my CSV file with 247 data entries. As you recall, our one field that's not mapped is the name. I'm going to go ahead and map it now. The output section has two options, two radio buttons. One is add suffix, and this will add any suffix you want and place the files in the original folder where they came from. And there is a save to a different folder, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and browse and set the folder as I like it. And now for the moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and click fill 247 files because that's how many rows there were in my CSV template that I loaded into the system. Watch the progress. Every row in the spreadsheet is being processed, each one generating a filled PDF. And done. 247 forms filled in just about 1 second. Each file is named automatically based on the template name and row number. And you can see that here. This is the output directory. You can see the file names with the extension filled and the number of the row in your original data template. Let me open one of the output files. Here's the W-9 for the first employee. Name, address, tax ID, social security number, all filled out in exactly where they belong. The form layout is perfectly preserved. Every field that was mapped from the spreadsheet is populated. Fields that weren't mapped are left blank. In this case, all the fields are filled in. One more important option. There is a checkbox that says Flatten after fill. When enabled, the form fields are merged into the page content. The PDF looks the same, but the fields are no longer editable. This is important for archival. It locks in the data and prevents accidental damages or changes. If you need to keep the form editable, say for the employee to review and add missing information, leave Flatten off. But I'm going to go ahead, turn it on, and run it one more time, and I'm going to show you what the difference is between Flatten and not Flatten. This is what the form looks like with Flattened not enabled. So for instance, I can still go back here and make changes to the form if I want to. And this is what the form looks like with Flattened enabled. The fields are now part of the document. They cannot be altered any further. I want to emphasize one more time that this works for any PDF form. HR departments filling onboarding packets, W-4s, I-9s, direct deposit forms for a batch of new hires, insurance companies generating pre-filled claim forms from policyholder databases, schools and universities filling enrollment forms, transcript requests, or financial aid applications from student records. Anytime you have a form template and a spreadsheet of data, this is your tool. One last quick tip before we conclude. Let's say you have a lot of different fields in your form and they have different names, and this may or may not match your data column headings. What I would do to start with is export CSV template here. This will export all the column headings as you see them coming in from your form, and you can just simply add your data to them. That's an easy way to get started with this too. Here I exported our W-9 form fields, and I can just simply start filling it in. I can insert another line in here, add as many lines as I want, and then import it back in, and the software will create as many W-9s as you have entered into this CSV template. That's batch form fill in PDF batch editor. Mail merge for PDFs. Download the complimentary 14-day trial at pdfbatcheditor.com, link in the description. In the next video, I'll show you how to use the exist.pdfeditor.net library to automate PDF processing from your own software code. Thank you for watching.